One story drew the most comments this week. It was about the ATF and how they can trace gun ownership. Here with the story is the Associated Press.
My name is Charles Hauser. I'm a special agent with ATF, and this is ATF's National Tracing Center here in Martinsburg, West Virginia. In essence, this is a factory for the production of investigative leads. We trace firearms for federal, state, and local law enforcement. Where a law enforcement agency recovers a gun at a crime scene, they can submit a trace request in order for us to determine who the purchaser of that firearm was. Most of it is simply searching through paper records like this, and paper records like you may see back here, searching through microfilm and historic records, and calling dealers and manufacturers and wholesalers on the telephone at a pace of about 1,400 trace requests per day. The process can be awkward and appears awkward, but some of the controls are for pretty good reason in order to prevent the federal government from creating either deliberately or even inadvertently a registration system of firearms. How do we know where the firearms trafficking routes are and where the sources of illegal crime guns are and where the markets are for crime guns? The only way we know that is because other law enforcement agencies trace those firearms. 90% of the time I can give you a purchaser. 90% of the time I can give you at least one investigative lead. Many of those times I can give you more than one investigative lead on the same gun. So is it worth it? Yeah, it's worth it. It is for me.
Moses Lake is asking for people to help redirect the vision of how the city should grow. Here with the story is Ryan Lancaster.
A handful of participants showed up to the Moses Lake Civic Center auditorium on Monday for the second in a series of meetings geared towards drafting a new city vision statement. Community development staff are asking residents to take part in redefining the city's vision for the future as part of a larger comprehensive plan update. On Monday night, city planners explained the comprehensive plan serves as a land use and development guide to assist policy decisions and achieving a long-term vision. Community Development Director Gil Alvarado said the current vision statement, a 21-page document, was drafted by committee in the early 90s. This was soon after the state began implementing comprehensive planning regulations.
Typically, a vision statement is not that detailed.
Attendees on Monday were asked to start brainstorming a new, less complicated philosophy for the city.
The idea is that we don't want to create a document that's simply going to sit on a shelf.
An online survey and initial meeting in early January revealed some of the major changes Moses Lake residents would like to see over the next 20 years. On Monday night, those changes were the focus of two activities geared towards pinpointing what things are most important to include in the city vision. The wish list included things like more retail and dining, healthier lifestyles, more cultural events, citywide beautification, and improvements to education. Garnering perhaps the most votes last night was the notion of improving the Moses Lake Library. Organizers say they'll look through the input gathered last night and hold another meeting in about 2 weeks. For more information and to see the city's current vision statement, visit www.cityofml.com/visioning or call 509-764-3751. For iFIBER 1 News, this is Ryan Lancaster reporting.
And stay tuned, we've got more coming up right after this quick break.